Good day children, Sairam. Welcome to the class of English New Voices. Today we are going to practice reading of lesson number 7, China Silk. This month marks will be allotted based on your reading skills. That is, reading assessment will be taken for all the students. As students, it is very important to develop your reading skills. You can improve your reading skills only if you inculcate the habit of reading. In school, every month reading assessment is taken, right? Marks are allotted out of 5 based on certain criteria. Now let us see what are the criteria on which marks are allotted for reading. Criteria on which reading is assessed. The first one is missing title. Now many a times before reading the text, the student misses to read the title of the lesson. Like if a lesson is given to you, if a small portion of lesson is given to you. So before reading the portion, you need to read the title of that particular lesson. If you miss reading the title, then some marks are deducted. Next, omission. While reading, the student omits a certain word. For example, if the sentence given is, the Chinese learnt the art of making silk, the student reads it as, Chinese learnt art of making silk. Now here if you see, two words are omitted while reading, that is the and the. So, two words are omitted. So, if you omit any word or words while reading, automatically you will lose some marks. Now, the next criteria is repetition. The word is repeated by the student till the next word is understood. For example, the Chinese learnt the art of making silk. Now here, suppose the child is not able to register what a particular word is. What does the child do? He keeps on repeating the previous word. Like the Chinese learned the art of making silk. So here what happens? Till you are able to read the next word, you keep on repeating the previous word. So this is known as repetition. So if you keep on repeating a particular word or words many times, automatically you are going to lose some marks. Now the next criteria is substitution. Another word is read by the students in the place of the written word. That is, if a text is given and in a particular sentence, instead of reading the words that are given in the sentence, you substitute a particular word with another word. That is known as substitution. For example, the Chinese learnt the art of making silk. Now, if substitution is done by the student, he or she will read it as, a Chinese learned the art of making silk. Now here, instead of the, I have substituted the with a, and instead of learned, I have read here it as learn. So this is known as substitution. So these are the common mistakes which students do while reading. So you need to avoid all these mistakes so that you can score a good mark. Next is insertion. Word or words are added by the student that is not there in the text. For example, can you come with me? Now the sentence given is, can you come with me? But the student inserts his own word. Can you please come with me? Now here please is not there, but the student has inserted this word. So this is known as insertion. Okay. Next is expression. Now while reading, you should have a good expression. That is the ability shown by the student to change his or her voice to show feeling when reading. That is, you have to understand the feelings of the characters in the lesson, and accordingly you need to change your voice to show the feelings of the characters. Okay, that is known as expression. Next is fluency. Fluency is the ability of the student to read with speed, accuracy and proper expression. So you need to read with fluency. That is, it is the ability of the student to read with speed. Now here when I say speed, it does not mean that you have to be very fast or you have to be very slow. Your speed should be such that the person who is listening to what you are reading should be able to understand. Reading very fast can lead to mistakes. So, fluency means it is the ability of the student to read with proper speed, accuracy without making any mistakes, without substitution, insertion or omission, and with proper expression. That is the ability to change your voice according to the feelings of the characters. Next is pronunciation. Pronunciation is the ability of the student to pronounce words correctly. Whenever you are reading a particular part of a text, you need to pronounce all the words correctly, accurately. Okay? For example, the correct pronunciation of the given word mulberry is mulberry, but there are students who read it as mulberry. So mulberry is not the correct pronunciation. The correct pronunciation is mulberry. Okay? Now children, let us start reading lesson number 7, China Silk. I will be reading and you will read after me. A long time ago, in a tiny village in China, there lived a poor girl from a weaver's family. One day, the emperor was passing through the village and saw her working in the fields. He noticed her proud bearing and her rough, work-worn hands. Which meant she worked very hard through the year. He immediately fell in love with her and decided to marry her. Children, one more important thing I would like to bring to your notice is the punctuation marks. Like wherever there is a full stop, you need to take a pause of 2-3 seconds and then you will start the next sentence. In the same way, if there is a comma, you need to take a pause. Don't go on reading continuously without taking pause. Okay, wherever there is a full stop or comma, you need to take a pause of 2 or 3 seconds. Okay. The girl married the ruler of the land and went to live in his palace as his beloved queen. But she was unhappy. She had grown up in the wide open spaces of the countryside, and now she was confined to a palace. She was used to working from dawn to night without a moment's rest. But now she had many servants to take care of her needs and did not know how to fill her time. In the village, she had been surrounded by family and friends who exchanged news and gossip as they worked. But in the palace, it was quiet and no one spoke out of turn. The emperor noticed his wife was sad and tried his best to make her happy. Okay children, I would like to tell you one more thing. You have to use your index finger and point out. That is, your index finger should run through the words when you are reading, so that you don't omit any word or words. Many a times a full sentence or a full line is omitted, so that should not happen. For that purpose, you need to use your index finger, and your index finger should run along the words that you are reading. Okay, or even when I am reading, you need to point to the text using your index finger. He bought her grand clothes and jewels and artifacts. He threw elaborate parties and hired the best musicians of the land to amuse her. Yet she was sad. One afternoon, the Empress sat under a mulberry bush in her garden. Lost in her thoughts about her village. She slowly sipped hot water from a cup. Staring up at the blue sky, the girl remembered the birds that flew over her village. Then, sighing softly to herself, she picked up her cup to take another sip. But what was this? A cocoon from the mulberry bush had dropped into the hot water. But then she took a closer look and she saw some threads peeping out from the cocoon. Where had they come from? She pulled the threads. They were thin, strong, and shiny. She kept pulling, and a long line of thread came out. Now the Empress had a great idea. She would take the thread from many cocoons and weave soft and strong cloth from it. She called her servants and everyone got to work. They took cocoons out of the mulberry tree, dropped them in hot water, and removed the thread. They gathered a fair amount of yarn. Then the queen ordered a special weaving machine and wove the first piece of cloth using this new thread. Thus, silk was woven. The manufacture of silk spread throughout China. It was the cloth that only royalty could wear. And was much in demand in lands as far as Rome. The route through which silk was traded between China and Europe through Asia was called the Silk Route. Many years later, when a clever princess was leaving her house after her wedding, as per the custom, her bags were searched carefully to check that she did not carry anything that would help her make silk. This princess had been weaving silk from a young age and wanted to continue to do so wherever she went. She had hidden the cocoons in her long, elaborate hairdo. No one thought of looking there. When she went to her husband's house, she took out these cocoons from her hair and started gathering silk thread. In this way, as the legend goes, the knowledge of how to make silk left China. So children, with this we come to the end of today's class. I hope you have understood the criteria that you need to follow while reading. If you follow all the criteria, then surely you will get good marks in your reading assessment. So children, keep reading. Meet you in the next class. Take care. Bye. Sai Ram.